If you've ever whispered, "I can't do this anymore," if you're tired, burned out, numb, if you've thought about quitting, this message is your lifeline. This 10-part journey was created for the moment you feel like giving up. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now. In this video, you'll discover why God is closest when you feel the most alone, how pain does not define you, but prepares you. Real stories from people who survived their darkest nights. A prayer that could shift everything, if you let it. You don't need to have it all together. You just need to stay for one more moment, one more breath, one more day. This message is for you if you feel emotionally exhausted, you're questioning your faith. You've asked, "God, are you still with me?" You're not here by accident. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning. Part 1, the breaking point, when you're about to give up. If you're watching this right now, it's probably not because everything in your life is going perfectly. It might be because you're tired, exhausted, on the edge of giving up. Maybe not out loud. Maybe you're still smiling in public, still showing up for work, still pretending everything's okay. But inside, you're tired of trying, tired of praying, tired of hoping. You've thought things like, "What's the point? Nothing's changing. I don't think I can do this anymore." If that's you, please, don't scroll away. Don't turn this off. Because this isn't just a video, it's a lifeline. It's a holy interruption. A whisper from heaven saying, "Before you let go, listen, because I haven't let go of you." There is a breaking point, a moment where your strength ends, but God's strength begins. You were never meant to carry all this alone. You were never meant to fight with empty hands. God sees you. Right now, He sees your tears, your numbness, your unanswered prayers. And He's not angry. He's not disappointed. He's leaning in closer than ever, not to scold you, but to catch you. Whisper this if you can. "God, I'm so tired, but if you're still with me, give me the strength to stay, just for one more moment." You've made it through every hard day before this one, and you're still breathing. That means your story is not over. You are still here. And so is God. If any part of this feels like it's talking directly to you, comment 111 below. It's not just a number. It's a declaration. I'm not giving up today. You're still here, and that matters more than you know. Maybe your hands are tired. Maybe your heart is heavy. But you didn't quit. And that means something sacred is still alive inside of you. But you need to know this. God sees it. All of it. He sees the exact moment you almost let go. He sees the battles no one else knows about. He sees the weight you carry in silence. And in part 2, we're going to talk about that moment, the one where you feel like giving up, and how God draws closer than ever before, right when you're about to break. Let's keep walking, together. Part 2. God sees the moment you want to quit. There's something holy about being fully seen in your lowest moment. Not when you're strong, not when you're put together, not when your faith is loud, but right now, In this quiet, fragile space, where your soul feels tired and your strength is gone, you may think no one notices, that no one sees the battles you fight in your mind, the fake smiles, the sleepless nights, the silent screams, but God does. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. He doesn't need you to be okay before he comes close. In fact, he draws nearest when you feel the most undone. When you whisper, "I can't do this anymore," he hears it. Not with judgment, but with compassion. When you feel like quitting, he doesn't step back. He steps closer. You may not feel him. You may not see him, but right now in this exact moment, he is kneeling beside your pain, holding your soul gently in his hands. Say this with me. God, I feel like quitting, but if you're near, just let me feel you enough to keep going. I don't need fireworks, I just need you. Sometimes, the most powerful faith is not loud or certain. It's the quiet decision to stay one more day. And today, you made that decision. You stayed. Part 3. The lie of isolation. No one cares. There is a lie that creeps in when you're tired, when you're overwhelmed, when the silence becomes too much. And that lie whispers, no one cares. Not your friends, not your family, not even God. You could disappear and no one would notice, right? That's the voice. That's the lie. But here's the truth. Isolation is one of the enemy's favorite weapons, because if he can get you to believe you're alone, you'll stop reaching out. You'll stop praying. You'll stop hoping. And slowly, you'll fade inward. But listen to me. You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. And you are not alone. Even the greatest heroes of faith felt what you're feeling now. Elijah, after calling down fire from heaven, hid in a cave and begged God to take his life. Jonah, after being used by God, asked to die under a tree. David, a man after God's own heart, wrote psalms soaked in loneliness and despair. Even Jesus, in Gethsemane, cried out in agony while his closest friends fell asleep. If you feel alone, you're in the company of saints. And more importantly, you're still in the presence of God. Say this with me. I reject the lie that no one cares. I may feel isolated, but I am not abandoned. God sees me. God loves me. God is with me. Even now, through this video, through these words, through this moment of breath, God is reminding you, you matter. You are loved. You are not alone. Part 4. When pain tries to define you, voice tone, grounding, restorative, filled with hope. Background, soft strings, gentle warm pads, evoking strength rising through brokenness. Pain has a way of becoming part of your name. You go from being strong to struggling, from joyful to just surviving, from chosen to forgotten. You look in the mirror and all you see is what went wrong. The failure, the betrayal, the regret, the weakness. And without realizing it, your pain starts telling you who you are. You're broken. You're not enough. You'll never be whole again. But here's what you need to hear right now. Pain may explain your past, but it does not define your worth. God never calls you by your wounds. He calls you by your purpose. Your identity is not in what hurt you. It's in the one who heals you. You are not what happened to you. You are not the mistake you made. You are not the weakness you're ashamed of. You are becoming. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm 139:14. God doesn't throw away what's been damaged. He rebuilds it. He redeems it. He gives it more value than before. That scar you hide, He sees it as sacred, as proof that you lived and didn't give up. Say this with me. God, help me stop believing the lie that my pain is my name. I give you what broke me, and I receive who you say I am. You are not your depression. You are not your divorce. You are not your lowest moment. You are His. You are healing. You are held. Part 5. Silent Battles. What no one else sees. Some of the hardest battles are the ones no one knows you're fighting. The anxiety you hide behind your smile. The overthinking that keeps you awake every night. The fear you carry in silence because you don't want to be a burden. You show up, you function, you push through, and no one sees how close you are to falling apart, but God does. Not only does He see your struggle, He honors it. He knows how hard it is to get out of bed some mornings. He knows what it costs you to keep showing up when you feel empty. He knows the pain you've never spoken out loud. You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle. Psalm 56:8. Not one tear has gone unnoticed. Not one sigh unheard, not one battle unseen. God is not distant from your suffering. He's deeply present in it. I give you what I can't carry alone anymore. You don't need to explain your pain to everyone. Just bring it to the one who already understands. He's not waiting for you to fall apart. He's here to hold you together. Part 6. God's voice in your rock bottom. That place where you've got nothing left. No more answers. No more energy. No more mask. Just the raw, hurting version of you. The version that doesn't care about appearances anymore. The version that whispers, God, I can't do this. It's terrifying, lonely, heavy, but strangely, it's also sacred. Because when you hit the bottom, there's no more pretending. No more distractions, no more noise, just stillness. Just surrender, and that's where you hear it, God's voice, not always loud. Not always clear, but present, whispering into the rubble of your soul. I'm still here. I've always been here, and I still choose you. God doesn't wait for you at the top. He meets you at the bottom. When you're done performing, when you're done explaining, when you're too tired to even pray, He kneels down into the ashes of your life and breathes hope back into your lungs. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted. Psalm 34:18. So, if you're there right now, if your soul is lying flat on the floor, you're not alone. You're in the place where God begins again. Whisper this if you can. God, this is my bottom, but I give it to you. If you're here, then I still have hope. Speak, Lord. Even a whisper will be enough. Sometimes the end of yourself is the beginning of grace. Part 7. The day. Everything turns quietly. There is a day when something shifts, not with fireworks, not with a grand miracle, but quietly. It's not the day your circumstances change, it's the day your heart does. You wake up, and for some reason the heaviness is lighter. The voices of fear, quieter. The urge to quit, not gone, but not as strong as yesterday. It's not a full healing yet. It's not the end of the storm, but it's a beginning, a holy flicker. A sign that your soul is remembering how to breathe again. God rarely announces the moment He starts rebuilding you, but when He does, you feel it in the stillness. It's in the way you speak a little softer to yourself, the way you cry, but no longer in despair, the way you whisper, "Maybe I'll try again." That's not weakness. That's resurrection. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? Isaiah 43:19. Your spirit may not shout, but it's stirring. Your heart may not be whole, but it's open. And heaven is already celebrating that tiny shift inside of you, because it means you're not quitting. You're healing. Say this with me. God, I feel something changing. I don't understand it, but I welcome it. Keep doing the quiet work. I'm still here. I'm still willing. Sometimes, the biggest miracle is not being rescued, but being restored from the inside out. And today might just be the start of that restoration. Part 8. You are not a burden. You are becoming. Let's address the quiet lie that creeps in when you're low and repeats itself when you're tired. I'm too much. I'm too broken. I'm just a burden. Maybe you've believed it for years. Maybe someone made you feel that way. Maybe no one even had to say it, because your mind says it louder than anyone ever could. But let me say something that cuts through that lie. You are not a burden. You are becoming. You're not too broken to be loved. You're not too messy to be healed. You are not too much. You're just in the middle of becoming everything God created you to be. God doesn't see your process as a problem. He sees it as progress. He's not annoyed by your tears. He's not rolling his eyes at your weakness. He's not waiting for you to get it together before He starts using you. He's already started. The one who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Philippians 1:6. You don't have to arrive at perfect before you're worthy of love. You don't have to be strong every day to be held by God. He sees your effort. He sees your courage. He sees how you keep showing up even when it hurts. And He's proud of you. Yes, God is proud of you. Say this with me. I am not a burden. I am becoming. God, thank you for loving me right here, right now, not for who I could be, but for who I am. This journey is messy, but it's holy. Because you are holy ground in progress, and heaven isn't looking at you with judgment, but with joy. Part 9. People who felt like you and made it through sometimes, The most powerful thing you can hear is not a sermon, but a sentence that sounds like your own story. Because when you're struggling, you don't need advice. You need to know, I'm not the only one who's felt this way. So listen. These are not fairy tales. These are real stories, messy, beautiful, sacred stories, just like yours. After my second miscarriage, I told God I was done. Done believing, done hoping, done feeling anything, but God didn't get angry. He waited. And one day, I felt peace again, and I knew He'd never left. Isabel, 31. I almost ended it, but before I did, I opened my phone and this message popped up. It said, "You are not alone." That moment saved my life. Derek, 24. I was addicted, ashamed, alone. I believed God hated me, but I started listening to one prayer a day, and somehow I began to breathe again. Now I'm helping others do the same. Maria, 45. I thought my pain disqualified me. Turns out, it prepared me. God didn't use the shiny parts of my life. He used the broken ones. James 38. Every voice you just heard once whispered, "I want to give up," but they didn't. And neither will you. Say this with me. God, if you brought them through it, you can do the same for me. Don't let my pain be the end. Make it the beginning. You are not the only one. You are not too far gone. You are not forgotten. You are surrounded by silent warriors just like you. And the same God who walked with them is walking with you right now. You've heard their voices, people just like you who came to the edge and didn't fall because something or someone whispered, "Stay." And now we've arrived at the final part. This is more than a closing. This is a shift, a sacred turning point. Because this isn't where it ends. This is where you begin again. In part 10, we'll pray together. We'll remember who you really are. And we'll speak life into your next breath, your next step, your next day. Let's finish this together, with courage, with quiet faith, and with the one who never left. Part 10. This is not the end. It's the beginning. You've made it here. You didn't quit, you stayed, and that is holy. That's proof that something inside of you, no matter how tired, still wants to live, still wants to believe, still wants to hope. That's something. That's God. That's Him still breathing through you. So let me say this clearly, so your soul never forgets. This is not the end of your story. This is the turning point. You've been through the fire. You've faced the silence. You've believed the lies. And now you're replacing them with truth. And here's the truth. You are loved. You are chosen. You are not too far gone. You are becoming. It's okay if you don't have it all figured out. It's okay if you still feel weak. God doesn't need you to be strong. He just needs you to be willing. Willing to breathe. Willing to pray. Willing to stay just one more day. I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29:11. Let's pray together, one last time. God, I almost gave up, but something inside me still wants to believe. Thank you for meeting me in my lowest place. Thank you for not letting go. I give you my pain. I give you my fear. And I choose right here, right now, to trust that this is not the end. It's the beginning. Lead me from here. Amen. If this message reached you, if it held your heart when you needed it most, like the video, comment, "I'm still here." Share this with someone else who needs to hear it today. You never know. Your share could save a life. This is not just the end of a video. It's a holy shift. And you're walking into it right now with God beside you. You're still here, and so is He. And that changes everything. Closing whisper. If this message held your heart tonight, if it reminded you that you're not alone, if it helped you breathe again, even for a moment, then let it stay with you. Let it echo in your silence. Let it rise when you forget your worth. Let it be the light you return to, again and again, because you're not weak for needing reminders. You're human, and heaven never tires of reminding those it loves. Whenever you feel tired again, whenever the darkness creeps back in, come back here. This space will still be waiting. This voice will still be here. And most of all, God will still be with you. From here on, one breath at a time, one step at a time, you're walking forward, held, chosen, becoming, and heaven is still cheering you on.